Hi, so welcome. If there's one thing I could tell you about narcissistic abuse, amongst many other things, is it's not your fault. And welcome here. So I have to keep myself prayed up. There's only one person on this planet that I have consistently subscribed to or followed in my personal life. He's an earth angel. I call him an earth angel. I just found him. I never went looking for it. Everything that happened to me, I never went looking for. It kind of like was a Lemony Snicket. If anybody ever read the Lemony Snicket series, I think it was called A Series of Unfortunate Events, which ended up being perhaps the best thing that ever happened to me, because it seems to be like a little bit of serendipity. Now, thanks for being here. I was getting a lot of messages out there. Now, I've walked away from a very unhealthy situation in my life that I was part of. I was participating as well. But feels to me that minions out there still kind of are curious where you ended up, how you ended up, whether it's in your personal life or in that bombastic book club, the unmentionable bombastic book club out there. So am I strong enough? Am I strong enough? That was the lyric today by Cher. I did see Cher once upon a time in my life. Cher had a concert in Toronto, and Cyndi Lauper opened up for her. I just love music. You know, I'm not good at what do you call that, pendulum stuff. I don't do pendulum work. I do have some crystals, a little bit of crystals in my office. I bought there's pandemonium around here. When you start uncovering or dissecting narcissistic abuse, it's almost like some really weird energy, because you're kind of erupting. Like I'm spilling the tea here. They don't want you to spill the tea, whoever they are. So I'm just going to carry on and carry me home to where I am with my Sarah Ann. Okay, so I know that doesn't make sense to you, but I landed here for a reason, and you know, I have to pay homage to some of the Black community out there, because I had this one particular YouTuber that really helped me connect the dot, right? It was the Machiavellian mother. The Machiavellian mother will really knock your socks off, or she will knock your socks off, literally or figuratively. So let's see what comes out here, because we all have spirit guides, guardian angels around us. And this one particular person that I kind of hang out with, you know, that allows me to keep myself prayed up. So, thanks for being here. This is going to be here and on another platform. I'm only doing one video today because I have some errands to run today. Elvis Aaron Presley. So thank you for being here. And was it Jesse Barron, I believe? Was it Elvis Aaron and Jesse Barron, I believe, the Presley twins? Elvis had a huge calling. Many are chosen, but few are called. I get that mixed up all the time. Too much is given, much is expected. You will never get the respect. It's not reciprocated. When you have a narcissistic psychopath around you, you are in service to them until you walk away and keep away. So let's see what's coming out of these cards today. I was thinking about Prince Harry. He's in a horrific snare himself. I did watch I did watch Nutmeg or whatever she calls herself. I think she did call herself Nutmeg once upon a time. Or I'm not even going to give her that queen's name that she thinks she is. Sorry if I offend anybody, but I did watch the Christmas special. It is boring. Okay. Okay, so let's see what comes out of here. Feels like, you know, you have some Rugrats. You know, I was thinking about this card because this is everything that a psychopath does. That is exactly what happened to Prince Harry. Feels like this is the truth serum coming out. But that's part of the mystery behind mysticism. Not the mystery behind mysticism, but the mystery behind narcissism is the love bombing. The love bombing is to catch you off guard. They're not going to come right in and tell you what I'm going to use you and I'm going to abuse you and I'm going to take you away from your family and I really had my eye on this guy, but I settled for you. And then I'm going to use your mother, or I'm going to use something that happened in your background to continue to needle you with and poke you. That's how narcissism works. That reminds me of a card in my deck called Lulu, because in some narcissistic families, you are kind of supposed to play with one particular young friend, and maybe that particular young friend had a mother that your mother enjoyed going to the bingo or was a gambler with. Narcissistic abuse, familial narcissistic abuse is no joke, and Prince Harry is in a huge snare. When you walk away, you have to keep away, but if you have children with this, you have to learn to, there's a weird term out there, that's that consciously uncoupling. There is no consciously uncoupling when you have a psychopath in your nest, or if you've raised children with this type of person. You really have to use the rock, paper, scissors. You really have to be dull, go gray rock, or the paper would be to communicate through email, keep a paper trail, and the scissors in some instances is to completely cut them out of your life. Okay, so let's see what comes out here. This is the Deranger Club. You know, this person, this card comes up. This is poison. We know there's poison out there. I have to say that there's poison in the Elvis Presley community. I know all that. These are the ones that I did a video the other day. It's Chantilly mace, but it's the Chanterelle mushroom that kind of imitates itself. I just find it a little bit ridiculous. This isn't for everybody, but I find it a little bit ridiculous, all of the people that imitate Elvis Presley. I just do. He's the only one on the planet that still has people imitating him to this day. Some just look really ridiculous with this. Is it the 60H special? H, that reminds me of imitation is the highest form of flattery. It's not. When I hear the word H, that reminds me of what Meghan Markle calls Harry. To everything, turn. Okay, so we don't understand really how people get into this or why, but love bombing is a huge action that they do. What's that? Tumbling down. There's a lyric coming in here. We'll see what comes out here. Oh, okay. So this is kind of somebody in the Black community. Now, I've already said Angie's spilling the tea, because when you start whistleblowing on these people, it really is kind of whistling while you work, because I don't have a script here. I just go ad lib. I don't edit anything. The only time I'll turn my camera off is when I receive a phone call from my son. But it is blowing the whistle on narcissism out there. Because if you come from a narcissistic family, you're not going to be you're kind of under a spell. and until you start figuring it out and doing the calculations, because narcissists are very calculating and cunning people, psychopath. Okay, so, you know, I march to the beat of my own drum, and I was listening to some other content out there about the Batwas around here in British Columbia. And you have to be very careful when you start talking about stuff like that, because you have to keep in mind, somebody already said it, that there are bad bears as well. So let's see what comes out here. To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn. Is that sung by the birds? Maybe somebody can let me know. Okay, because we do have, sometimes we have constables on patrol. That's my cop card, that are watching your channel, watching you in some instances, even in your neighborhood. This can be the entrapment, or, you know, as soon as somebody has a child with someone, I keep having to remind people, these are not your average everyday relationships. A narcissistic relationship is built on control. It's not an average everyday breakup. There are many marriages that break up, and each couple or each individual goes on to live a blended family. These are not. These, I have to enforce that, because it's all built on control. And if you have a child with this person, it's better for the child to come from a broken home than live in one. Because the child, these are quick engagements in some instances. It's all designed to trap you. And being with a narcissist, psychopath, Machiavellian type, that's the triad. That's the deep darkness behind a Machiavellian, is they're going to change very fast, and you can be you'll be cornered. It should scare you, okay? Because narcissistic abuse is no joke. And like I said, there is no such thing as consciously uncoupling with this type of person. Now, this is my Rocky card. This is my Rocky card. There's a chef's hat. That's a pair of kiss boots. These are the gold diggers. The one that is calling you a gold digger is a gold digger themselves in some instance. They're perpetual liars, cheaters, and thieves. If you come from this particular type of person, I've said before, try not to say that you can have in these narcissistic families some unhealthy attractions that you may not really comprehend as a child. Nothing good comes out of these relationships. They're designed to go to the wall. They'll take you to the wall. There's a badass. That's what I call a badass. Okay, so, you know, that's that. I hear the word cyanide, because that's poison. For some people out there, one person that that helped me a lot, he was literally poisoned, like literally poisoned. And he escaped barely escaped with his life. Okay. So I'm taking one from my Guardian Angel deck. You know, this is growing my own pair. You have to be your own matriarch. I remember, I'll just tell you a short little story. There was a short period of time when I was brought to my knees at a job that I had that I expected to retire from. And I went to see, I guess you would call it, somebody was like a camp counselor, because when you go to these counselors and they only work with the tools that they're given. So I thought that my mother was the matriarch. So when I started to tell him certain things, he said, well, you're just like your mother. So not knowing, I did not know what I was entangled with. So this was involved the disease to please. So really you have to do your own research. Bells will be ringing Christmas time. I like that song. I don't know who sings it. Okay, so this is one more round, and Christmas is a very, very delicate time for a lot of people, and it's a very lonely time for people. It can be a very, very lonely time for people. It can be a time where some people want to erase the past. I'm going to try not to say that, but returning to your past and healing that Chiron wound can help you understand why you attracted so many unhealthy people in your life. Bells will be ringing. Okay, so this is it. I just love shuffling. I could shuffle. This is all just off the cuff. Now, this is the overt and the covert traits of a narcissist. The covert is the most difficult one to figure out. These can be the master debaters out there. That would be the covert personality trait, is they are master debaters. You'll never walk away. And from my experiences, these are my experiences, you may not walk away feeling like they get it, right? Because it's all designed for control. It's all designed to control you. And they want to get even with you, even the score. Bells will be ringing. And they can snatch, they can rip the carpet right out from under you. You could have everything already planned and poof. They could rip the carpet or rip it right from under you. Narcissists are very good. I'm talking about the psychopath, are very good. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Oh, sorry. I never say sorry when there's deer going by. Okay. Yeah, I'll tell you. So, 3s. Good things happen in 3s. 3s, to me, good things happen in 3s. And 5, the number 5 is another number to watch for. 5 is always change. Okay, so pleasantly distracted there. Bells will be ringing. There are many, many, many times that a narcissist will feel the squeeze. This is the lemon, could be a lemon. Well, it kind of is like a lemon head out there. Oh my God, what did I do? Oh my God, the sky is falling. Oh my God, help me. But they'll feel the squeeze. And for some, I'm just going to ramble off here. For some, Christmas is a tricky time for narcissists because they don't like, in some instances, to spend a lot of money. They really don't. And there's just feels like somebody's feeling the squeeze out here. Lots of them are imitators, right? They imitate you, your content. They want to be like you. Pay attention to the one that wants to live vicariously through you. Lots of them, I have to say, Elvis Presley, are living vicariously through Elvis Presley. And that's a donut club. The donut. The donut doesn't necessarily mean donut, like a physical donut, but it's the one that's acting like a nut job, making dough off of Elvis Presley. A lot of them are. Somebody thinks this is a shoe-in. Okay, so a smaller video today, just kind of possibly just rambling a little bit here. And fear, frustration, and anxiety can keep you, that's ruminating about narcissists. But actually, in hindsight, they're the ones that suffer the most fear, frustration, and anxiety because they're always afraid that they're going to get caught or that their mask is going to slip. It slips because they're not really, they're in control of it for so long, but they have like the blabbermouth. They are blabbermouths. Okay, so take care. Have a wonderful day. This is a little bit of a later video. Like, subscribe if you wish. These are the joined triplets. Oh, isn't that triplets? Somebody have triplets out here? Oh, isn't this interesting? I love this card. I'm not going to show it because there's just, this is, you know, this was the first time. Pay attention to your dreams and your visions. But this is the day critter died. Now, when you walk away, you keep away. And in some instances, yeah, this is if the suit weren't too tight. But anyways, I'm just rambling on right here, right now. But this is somebody that is buried in Nova Scotia, who was a wonderful brother-in-law of mine who passed away. Death will teach you a lot. Death teaches us a lot about the antics and the control or the lack of control that a narcissist needs, wants. And yeah, so that's the day critter died. So have a wonderful day wherever you are. There may be a message in there for someone, and I'm just going to repeat myself. If there's any minions around here, I don't really care. Just don't let the door hit you on the way out. Take care. Like, subscribe if you wish. There's a ladder. Somebody walking on a ladder. Take care.